Hey y'all, AJ Cutler here. Welcome back to the Knack for Adventure YouTube channel. For today's video, we're gonna go back to ski school. Not in the sense where we're gonna go learn to ski, but in the sense of everything but the skiing. I feel like in ski culture, it's like if you know, you know, and if you don't, you're kind of just stuck to figure it out by yourself. Because there are a lot of frustrations that come up with the gear or traveling to the destination and getting from your house to the ski hill. I've kind of come up with a little routine or process so that I do maximize my gear. So I'm gonna start a new series where I talk about everything but the skiing. Cue title. And it's gonna be things like how I pack my bag, how I layer. And these things aren't necessarily directly correlated with sliding on snow, but it still kind of has to do with the whole process and the whole experience of skiing. So I'm gonna grab my bag and let's get started. Right behind me, I've got all of my outerwear and accessories that I wear while skiing. As you can see, it is on a drying rack currently. I went skiing 2 days ago and it's just kind of been laying out and drying. And I think that's my first tip for this video is make sure that you have dry gear. If you have wet gear, you're gonna have a bad time. So whenever you go skiing, don't just leave it in the bag. It's really important to dry out specifically like your boots, mittens, I mean, honestly everything, but I would definitely say at least boots, mittens, and goggles. You know, you don't want your toes to be too cold, you don't want your fingers to be too cold, and you don't want your goggles to be fogging up. Honestly, this is just my laundry rack that I use and it works really well. I know they make some of those like fancy wall hanging things. I'll put a reference photo, but this usually works pretty well. I do think a boot dryer would be a good thing to invest in the future. All right, first up, I have my ski bag. It is like a ski/snowboard specific bag. I genuinely do love this bag just because it has a compartment for everything, but I'll put a link in the description below. It's just from Wildhorn Outfitters. So first up, we have this little bottom half of the bag where my boots go. And this works for snowboard boots or ski boots. If you go to any ski shop, you'll see that all the ski boots are being stored with all of their buckles done. And that's just to keep the structure of the ski boot and keep it fitting correctly. So if you're storing your boots for over a day, it's always a good idea to just buckle those things up. On the other side of the bag, we have some room for more gear. First, we'll put away my goggles. I think goggles are one of the most fragile pieces of gear you might have, especially the lenses. So I normally store them in the little microfiber, soft little baggie that they come in. That'll help protect the lenses, and then also if you need to clean them. Next up, I have my helmet. It's just gonna go in this middle compartment right here. If you don't have a goggle specific compartment, your helmet definitely has like a nice cavity that you can put your goggles in there. But since I have like a little goggles compartment, I'm just gonna put my beanie and buffs in there. Preferences definitely vary per person. You know, there's balaclavas that you can wear, but I personally like the neck to beanie combo. And then we have two open compartments. So in one of them, I have some gloves already, and then I have my warmer gloves. So we're gonna pack those in there. And my snow pants are also gonna go in that compartment. I personally have uninsulated pants, so they're just kind of like that shell material. Because I do a lot of hiking and touring, it's nice to have a shell rather than insulated pants, just because it's a little bit easier to layer and find the right temp. So I've got one more little compartment open and I'm gonna put my jacket in there. This jacket is nice and big and puffy and insulated, but I do have a non-insulated jacket as well that I use for touring. I think we've got our bag fully packed. Now this bag also has a front zipper. I'll put things in here like granola bars. It's also a good spot to keep kind of my current passes. All right, this is my bag, fully packed. It's nice and big. Whenever I go touring, I have a separate backpack that I bring. And a couple times I've forgotten to bring my boots because my boots don't fit in that bag. So it's nice to have everything all in one bag. When you're ready to go, you can just grab your bag and your skis and you're off to the mountain.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out my Instagram and TikTok at AJ Cutler for more skiing and mountain biking videos. Thanks for watching. Keep on crushing.